I've got a lot of requests for this guy, and he's a big-time shooter. So we are going to try our best here, or I'm going to try my best to dissect his shooting mechanics. Um, he is primarily a sidearm shooter, which is totally awesome. He's really got a great shot. And the thing that's different about him is that a lot of box players are obviously great shooters, but not a whole lot of them actually shoot the ball that hard. They're better at deception than they are speed, because obviously you don't need to be ripping the ball 100 plus miles an hour in box lacrosse in order to score. So a lot of box players don't develop that outside power. But Trey Leclaire is a rare combination of clear box skills and deception with his shot while maintaining a ton of velocity. Not sure how hard he shoots it, but it's definitely, probably 105, maybe 110. I don't really know, but it doesn't really matter because he's got a great combination. So, all right, let's jump right into the stats here. Height, 6'2", weight, 212. 2017, he had 49 goals, had a great shooting percentage at 39%, and assists were at 16. He seems bigger than 6'2" to me, but who knows? I've never met him, so I wouldn't really know. So, at any rate, let's jump right into this. I'm gonna bring this down here a little bit. All right, first shot. Boom. All right, clearly a quick release. Okay. Clearly a quick release. This guy, he gets his hands out, but the thing I really like is that every single shot you're going to see during this video, he does not bring his stick head, which is right here, right now, he does not bring it back over here. He always brings his hands out and to the front, which in a way decreases his range of motion, okay? So he could probably even shoot it harder than he does. But he understands, at least his mechanics tell me, that he understands that power's not everything. However, with that decreased, slightly, just ever so slightly decreased range of motion, he can create a ton of power in a short amount of time. All right, people call it quick twitch muscles or whatever. Call it whatever you want. But really, this guy's ability to create force in a shortened amount of time is phenomenal. So notice how his stick is right here when he shoots this ball. Nice catch. All right, his hands are moving all over the place, and that is right. He brings it down, up, down. Oh, not all over the place in this one. That would have been another shot. All right, but look at this. Just right from here. Stick does not go behind his head necessarily. It's just out in front, and he just puts a ton of power on that shot. Now, how much of that is deception and how much of that is force, I don't really know. I would say that one thing he does really, really well is he keeps his shoulders square. All right? Oh, look at that. 90-degree angle, bend at his elbow. All right? And the reason why he doesn't have 90 degrees at his armpit is because he's shooting a sidearm shot. All right? This is a true sidearm shot. When the stick is down here and it has this angle, it's not as much of that's a quarter arm shot, as I like to call it. This is a true sidearm shot, all right? And he really, really has a great push and pull and snap. Look at his bottom hand. It's meeting right around the elbow of his top arm. So great snap. Had a little bit of screen there. Phenomenal shot. Let's move forward. This is a similar shot. Boom. Now, the thing I like about this is that the way his head and his body is moving, it would appear as though he's shooting in the lower left corner. Or maybe not lower left corner, but it would appear that he's shooting to the left side of the goal. All right? His head is facing down to the left. His shoulders are fine, right? But his head is pointing down. Now, because he's a box player, and because of the control that you can see that this guy has, it appears to be intentional to a degree. Box players tend to have a great sense of the little things when shooting. And it almost looks like that ball floats up and to the right. But watch the goalie. He drops down to the right, and then the ball comes right back up. So I would say that head movement is vital in that shot going in. And obviously, he's driving forward. He gets a little low here, but then look at that. On back foot is coming up perfectly. He's tall, and he drives forward right through that shot. And we bring the controller up here. All right. So a little hitch. Actually, no, let me bring it right down here. Boom, straight over the top. I love how these guys shoot. Everyone needs to play a ton of box. Catches the ball, nice little hitch, not much movement, back is straight, head is up, comes in. This, believe it or not, right here, this move right here with his stick, bringing it up, that's a little fake. Just that simple cradle is actually a little fake, all right? And then he just slings that ball straight over the top, increases his angle by not shooting with his hands out here, but rather bringing the stick in and coming straight over the top. He's not shooting three-quarter arm. He understands that if he goes three-quarter arm or sidearm, he's going to decrease his angle. All right? When you're this close, it's all about angles. All right? Obviously, he hits the goalie in the head just because the goalie thought he was going down. But, you know, when you're that close to the goal, you should be scoring. But regardless, I really like how he penetrated the defense, made sure he leaned in, threw a little fake, and then snap right off the goalie's head. Boom. I just put this in quite simply because I thought it was an amazing shot. Nothing really in particular except mechanically he's perfectly, I mean, he's very sound mechanically. Drives forward. Again, all these guys do the same thing. I know I repeat myself, but all these guys do the exact same thing. There's nothing particularly special about this shot other than the fact that he's got great form. I'm not sure how deceptive he was with the shot, but Jesus, that's a ton of power. Just stings that corner up there. Boom. All right, so I just wanted to throw that in because I thought it would be a great shot for you guys to see. So do it in real time here. Boom. Snap. Another shot coming up. Watch how he turns. He doesn't sag his stick too far back. His stick stays right here, and he doesn't wind up. The stick is here, and it's just a little wrist shot, all right? So I think the big difference with this guy is where he's actually shooting from. We're going to come here again, play that in full speed. Snap. All right? Watch him when he turns. Sits in a chair. Back is straight. He's going to leave his stick right here. He's not going to allow that stick. He's not delivering his stick to his right hand. He's bringing his right hand to his stick. And that's important when you're roll dodging, all right, and you're trying to roll dodge into a shot or whatever the case is. Always leave that stick away from your defenseman. If he brings that stick right here, if he brings it this direction, it is a great opportunity for this guy to come with a front check, all right? He avoids that by leaving his stick where it is and bringing his right hand to it. And then just a little wrist shot right there. Boom. Great shot, great screen. Love everything about it. So, keys, all right? A ton of power on his shot, all right? A lot of power generated by pulling into the ground with front leg and snapping hands all the way through. Second, small wind up. All right. He really does a great job of, like I was saying before, not bringing that stick too far back. All right. These are the two biggest things for me. Obviously, position is everything, and he's always in really good position. So, with position aside, if you can acquire these two things and try shooting with not too great of a range of motion, but just bringing that stick right in front of you and creating a ton of head speed within a shorter distance, I think you're going to see a ton of results. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please ask, and I'll see you guys next time.